Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to some more Fire Emblem Warriors DLC. This time we're going to be taking on the animation of the new DLC pack, which caps at level 110 on the difficulty scale. It's really cool to see that we can extend the ceiling even higher for whatever potential difficulty the developers can throw at us. So just like with all animations, this is going to be extremely objective-based, and this particular one has restrictions. You're only allowed to use the characters from the original roster who get opus weapons or unique weapons, depending on where they're from. So in this case, that's going to be Lianna, Rowan, Anna, Celica, Lyn, and Tiki. And the best way to do this one is to divide yourselves into pairs, two pairs for your team, and basically just clear out the map on both sides so that you can cut down on the travel time. Of course, this is just for getting the S rank. If you guys don't care about 15, then feel free to go about this as you wish. Most of the time, though, it would be best to just start this fight if you have at least 2 characters with an opus weapon. Really cuts the time in half, because if you have less and you have less damage output, then it will take long. Okay, so we're going to wait for Tiki to reach us, and we're going to go ahead and get ourselves started. I really enjoyed these fights. I had originally done this blind because I was hoping that I could kind of do everything completely candid. I wouldn't have to worry about, knowing too much, so that there would be some surprise or element of surprise. But unfortunately, being the smarty pants that I am, I forgot to press record. So yeah, I brought that upon myself. But just to let you guys know, I've actually done this a couple of times. That being said, though, the main strategy is more or less the same as it's always been. Just like how I've always been doing during the Anna mission series that we did back in, I believe it was mid to late November. It is basically that your priorities would be to start by doing your captains first, killing them in between the fortresses, and then finally clearing out the fortresses, and of course outposts to sort of increase your influence across the map. Okay, so here we go. Gonna do a combo 6 to break these guys, and probably just clear out this little one first before we converge on the center. What I'm also going to do is I'm going to direct Lianna to take out these guys. So basically the entire time we are going to be fighting with very little downtime. So once I stop fighting, I'm going to direct the character that I was controlling to go do something else while fighting as the other character. Oh no, I didn't catch it? Oh, that was bad. Anyways, we got it anyway. Okay, so now that that's out of the way, I am going to direct them to the center, and I'm going to play as Lianna. So the nice thing about this is that if you're playing as sword users, the game is basically going to go ahead and play itself. There's going to be mostly just axe users for this particular fight, and that really works in our favor. It's very important to pair up people because the best way to get a higher damage output for these kinds of fights is just to do dual warrior specials as often as you can. It's definitely going to save time, because most of these fights end up taking much longer than the time it takes to do a dual warrior, like this one for example. As well, when it comes to the builds, the unique weapons of Lyn and Lianna have been given their opus upgrade, so that means that they will be 720. I recommend getting those weapons first before attempting this one, if you want to get the time score or ranking. Okay, so while that's happening, now I'm going to redirect them so that Lyn can do some fun stuff over here. Probably just do another dual warrior special. Should be instant kill. Except for Minerva. I believe I saw Minerva with a golden stun gauge over her. So if this doesn't kill, then my critical definitely will. Also, Minerva has Eot shields. I believe all the Wyvern Riders in this fight have an Eot shield, meaning that my Soul Catty won't do any bonus damage to them. Okay, here we go. Also, one other fun thing about Lyn is that if you can dodge during the 4th hit of her regular attacks, you can actually cancel that into another attack and then loop that over and over and over again. It's extremely useful. Okay, so let's have Lyn go to here while Lianna takes care of these guys. Actually, also have Anna build up some meter too. There we go. Okay, let's see if we can catch this juggle. It's very easy to break the stun gauges of mage-type enemies. Alright, and while that's going on, I'm actually going to reach to these captains. I believe they're both snipers, and they will try to intercept Sita midway through the fight. Oh, no, they're not snipers. But I believe snipers will appear, though, so I want to be prepared for them. Probably have... yeah, just have this going on. Here we go. Unfortunately, that wasn't a yellow gauge, so that couldn't hit both of them. Okay, so now... yeah, let's just direct Lianna to go here. By the time Lynn's finished working out this little area, Lianna should be there by then. Go, do a combo 5. Nothing too fancy. Alright, so just line them up carefully. Oh, no, wait. And then just combo 6. See if I can grab the other Swordmaster. Not quite. Alright. So that's kind of the thing, though. The thing that I mentioned about like stunning them indefinitely or looping indefinitely is the fact that you're actually able to use that while they're on stun gauge. And then when that happens, you can pretty much just effectively break them from full stun gauge to 0. And it even works against spear users, so even if you don't have the combat triangle advantage, it still works. Alright, no, I want this. This is going to be faster than trying to break both of them. Also, yeah, don't be afraid to go for broke on your meters. It's very easy to build them, and there are plenty of jars that drop. Like, if you're in a map, it kind of just goes with every stage. If you're in a map where there's a lot of boss-type enemies or captain-type enemies, then you are going to get a lot of jars to restore your abilities. Okay, I have to take out these guys, and you know what? Let's have Lynn make his way to this one. Okay, here we go. So we got ourselves another sorcerer. This is where we're going to start building up some meter. Actually, Anna can build up meter right now. Here we go. So full meter. Here we go. So I don't mind spending some time doing the break on this one. Of course, I also have Armor Strike and Topsy-Turvy on Lianna. Okay, so now this is where they're gonna get a little bit more aggressive. My main plan here is to take out all the shadows. So I'm gonna send Lianna right now and have Lynn fight, and then after Lynn fights this one, I'm gonna send her back to the shadow that is above us. Okay, so here comes the sorcerer first. Let's see, Tiki is gonna go in. Yeah, after every 4. See that? Also, if you can juggle them or throw them into a wall, then it's pretty much instant death for them. Can't escape from Lynn. Okay, now we will go... you will fight the sorcerer. And then I will finish the run with Lianna. Yeah, I really enjoy challenges like this. I really hope that the next DLC will have more missions like this where you're constantly changing your objectives around. Okay, here we go. Okay, this could be an armor strike. Yeah, and just kind of loop them like this. Lianna has a really, really awesome moveset. She is my personal favorite Topsy-Turvy user. Okay, now people are showing up now. This could be a little bit tricky. Yeah, Topsy-Turvy does so much damage to these guys too, doesn't it? There we go. Okay. Alright, okay, Lianna's now on protective duty. Nope, just gonna go ahead and do this right now. Again, it's much faster. Like, I don't know how long it takes. Maybe it takes like, what, like 7 seconds to do this, to kill 2 guys? Definitely worth the time. Especially considering that you're going to be building up meter anyway. Okay, so the forts have fallen, that's okay. I don't mind that so much. What I do mind is when they start breaking the forts on the lower levels of the map. So here we go. Yeah, just come with me. We have to go to this next fortress. Thank you. There we go. Alright, and there's gonna be a scary Navarre coming in. I need Sita to meet up with Navarre in order for us to continue. If you don't do this immediately, then you're going to waste a lot of time, and you won't be able to get the sub 15 minutes. Okay, but other than that though, I think we should be doing fine. I would like if Lianna didn't focus on Navarre. Alright. It's really fun though. Again, like I said earlier, I really can't wait to see if they can capitalize more on this sort of micromanage, or no, not even micromanage, just switch task, multitask. Okay. So yeah, the fortress that we just took is already down. That's okay. Okay. So now it's just a matter of letting Sita arrive, although there's going to be snipers attacking her. Oh, never mind. Okay, I think we're good. Okay, so do you know what? Direct Lin to go here while I clear out this with Lianna. Give us something to watch. By the way, while we're on the subject of DLC, I just wanted to kind of give my 2 cents on how I feel about this new DLC pack. A lot of people have voiced their very legitimate complaints, actually. The fact that they didn't like the fact that the majority of the new characters to the roster are clone characters, which I understand completely. Like, purely from a creative perspective, I was quite disappointed because, you know, it's always nice to pay for something and get something new out of it instead of just what's essentially just a glorified reskin. That being said, though, I actually quite like these reskins, mainly due to the fact that the 2 characters that they did copy are also my 2 favorite movesets in the entire game. For those of you guys that have seen my outdated Fire Emblem Warriors tier list, the 2 best characters, in my opinion, were Camilla and Lyn, and to see that the new characters are those characters but with optimized stats, like, it's actually well worth the price of admission. Not to mention that while I do find that it's valid to complain about, you know, the principle of reskinning, I actually find that it's a little bit overblown, and what I mean by that is the fact that it's very obvious to see that, yeah, this is the big flaw, but you only think that because it's like the most obvious flaw. The thing is, the amount of content that was available in this DLC pack was basically the same amount of new content that we had in the previous pack. What I mean by that is we have more costumes to go around, twice as many actually in comparison to the 2 costumes we got from the previous one. As well, all the older characters are now on equal footing. All the characters from the original roster, at least except for the Awakening ones, are on equal footing with the ones from Fire Emblem Fates, the majority of whom have their own unique weapons to go for. So in this case, like Celica will have her unique weapon, Sita and Tiki will have their unique weapons, so pretty much everyone that wasn't a Fire Emblem Awakening character has won out, and that's okay because the Fire Emblem Awakening DLC pack is going to be coming out next month. So, another thing too is there are plenty of weapon attributes for us to choose from, some more gimmicky than others, I'll admit. Like Gen Cross, I don't really have very much interest in exploring, but things like, let's see, anti-air focus, critical focus, these ones look like they can be potential game changers, and I can't wait to see those in action. As well, when it comes to the actual reskins themselves, like I've said many times before, like, if you're going to copy a moveset, you might as well copy the best movesets in the entire game, and that's basically what we've seen here. Obviously, this is all purely my opinion, but this is the opinion that I've come to stand by. Also, one other thing I want to also mention is the fact that I understand that, yes, depending on who you are, the amount of money that it costs to have DLC may or may not be steep. It's $20 American to get the Season Pass, which is what I bought. And thing is though, each of these DLCs have given us at least a dozen hours of additional playtime on a game that I really like. Obviously, if you did not like Fire Emblem Warriors, then this DLC will not change your mind. But me personally though, I think that these DLCs just add more of this game that I like so much, and that's basically what I paid for. I paid for more of the same. I didn't want them to change too much. Obviously, it would be nice to see things that completely change the game for me, such as the Fury Builder from the previous DLC pack. But by and large, though, I'm actually quite satisfied with what we have right now, and we have plenty to look forward to come March. And the thing is, though, like, $20 for potentially 36 more hours. Well, 24 now, because the third DLC pack isn't going to come out until later. Still very, very good. Nothing to sneeze at. Also, I think it would be a lot faster for us to just use the dual warrior special to do the... But yeah, that's pretty much my 2 cents in the matter. I understand completely. I'm not trying to invalidate anyone who criticizes this DLC pack, because, like, on the face of it, just being what it is, yeah, it sucks because it's reskins. Hang on a second. Let's see if I can get the juggler. Oh, really? How did he do that? Okay, fine. Okay. I was thinking, like, how did he fall out of that? Okay, we have just under 2 minutes to do this. Let's make it happen. But yeah, like, you know, if you're against the principle, I completely understand. But me personally, though, I think this is essentially what I paid for. Here we go. Oh, this is gonna hurt. Nice. Yeah. Really, really cool stuff. And it's a substantial buff to Lyn. Lyn, the last character you expected. Remember in my little showcase video when I said that if you took away Lyn's damage, she'd still be the most fun character to use? Well, they gave her damage, and she's amazing. Also, look how great this outfit looks. Really, really nice. But, yeah, guys, that is the level 110 animation. Really, really fun. Like, in comparison to all the other animations, this didn't have a Velas arc, this didn't have long dialogue after the actual mission itself. Just plenty of challenges, lots of micromanaging that you can do in order to come out on top in record time. So guys, thanks very, very much for joining me for today's video, and I look forward to seeing you guys in the Navarre showcase, which will be coming out early next week. I hope you guys look forward to it. So, everyone, take care.